All right, welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Cut and Loose Fight Nights. I am your host, Marek Chernet. I am here with my boy.
Dave Patel.
Come on, Dave, let him know we are happy to be back with you guys with some brand new content. How you feel about these angles, Dave?
I think it looks good.
Hell yeah. Cool. So, shoot, we got a action-packed. I can't even call it pay-per-view anymore, can I? We have a action-packed numbered event this weekend because they ain't got to pay no more. Long as you got $8 a month, you can watch
Are
them.
we doing what WWE does and call it premium live events now?
There,
PLEs.
there you go. Premium live event with the UFC. I mean, they're both part of the same parent company,
Yeah.
right? They are sister companies. Yeah, UFC 326 is on the table for the weekend. How you feeling about it, man? It's an action-packed card. Thoughts just about the overall card and what it means?
It's going to be some bangers, man. I think I'm interested to see how Raul Rosas Jr. bounces back.
Okay.
He did win his last fight, but when did he lose? What the hell?
Yeah, he lost not too long ago where he kind of got out cardioed and it was a veteran that beat him.
That was 3 years.
Yeah, how it's been 3 years already? Sheesh.
What?
Time is not real, bro. Time is not real at all. Yeah.
It seems like it was.
It doesn't, yeah, it doesn't seem like it was that long ago. Yeah, so essentially we're gonna run through the card to give you guys some predictions and see how we do. It's 50-50 with these things. What?
That shit out, right?
Huh?
We can cut that part out where I forgot he lost. He lost 3 years ago and bounced back, but
Yeah. I mean, time flies, bro, especially with these UFC events. It feels like since you have them so often, they all kind of blend together and you forget just how long it's been since certain fighters have fought. I mean, like most recently when Sean Strickland fought Fluffy Hernandez. I don't know if you watched that fight. Sean hadn't fought in a year, bro. F- Like it feels like it was just a few months ago that he fought Dricus Duplessis, and they had that little back and forth fight. But great fight, by the way. I don't know if you saw his performance against Fluffy, but that was an ass whooping he put on him.
yeah, vintage Sean Strickland. A lot of people were counting him out because he's got his basic predictable meme of a walk down that he does on his opponents.
Yeah, he's like so hard to hit, and then he just keeps jabbing you. Yeah, he makes you fight his fight, you know? Because Fluffy tried to take him down a couple times, he couldn't, and he quickly realized, "Oh, this is gonna be a stand-up fight," and not a lot of people can beat Sean Strickland when it comes to a stand-up fight. He's just gonna keep jabbing you and move out of the way. And every now and then, he might even keep you in the torso. But that was a nasty knee that he hit Fluffy with that, led to the ending sequence. Um, but I will say I was watching the behind the scenes footage and they had Fluffy's wife in the crowd and his kids. I felt bad for the kids because as soon as the fight is called, you see the one of the kids start bawling her eyes out just in tears. And you hate to see that, but what I thought was funny was the wife was watching Strickland just jabbing her husband, and at one point she goes, "That stupid ass jab." Oh,
It's like when you play a video game and somebody's just spamming one button,
yes.
they're hitting you with the double jab, and you can't do anything about it because you already drained your block.
Correct, correct. It's like that old Bruce Lee quote, "I don't fear the man who has 10,000 moves. I fear the man who's practiced one move 10,000 times." That's literally Strickland's fighting style is he jabs you, he teeps you, he moves out the way, he keeps you at range. And he's extremely difficult to hit. So, good luck trying to beat him on the feet. And we saw how good his takedown defense was because Fluffy tried to take him down. He tried really hard a couple times to take him down, and he just could not. I think he went like 0 for 5 on the takedowns, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see what the stats were like.
Seems like they had a long layoff. Strickland really been working on stepping his game up, not just hand stepping.
Yeah, yeah, literally. Takedowns. Oh, 0 for 1 officially. I thought he had more than one takedown attempts. Fluffy did, but he only got credited with one takedown attempt, and he didn't complete that. And then last weekend we had Moreno and Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh is a very impressive fighter. I kind of slept on him up until this fight because he was mainly like an is it a contender series or something where he made his name, but he's a very sharp fighter, very intelligent in the octagon, has very good movement, um, and very crisp boxing. He's good at hitting and not getting hit. Very impressive stuff. Marlon Vera, I think, is nearing the end. Honestly, he David Martinez took it to him over 3 rounds. King Green, what a vintage performance, man! Because he finished the Huber, and King Green is no spring chicken anymore. He's like what 41 at this point. He is 39. Okay, he's not 40 yet, but still, like he's in the twilight of his career, and he's still putting on such impressive performances. Okay, that being said, I do want us to run through some predictions for 326. Do you want to start from the top or from the bottom? How are you feeling?
Let's start at the bottom of the card and work our way up.
Okay, bottom, early prelims, or
Let's have a look at them. Let's start with the prelims.
or okay. I will say that one standout fighter I see in the early prelims is this Luke Fernandez guy. There's been a lot of hype about him. He's undefeated 6-0. And he's an up and comer. And he recently was quoted, or not quoted, but he was in a podcast, and he was talking about Alex Pereira vacating the light heavyweight title and how that opens up the title picture for people like him. Because now you have that's another thing we can talk about, the Yuri Prohaska fight.
He's undefeated. He's climbing up the ranks.
Yes.
If there's no title holder, then he might claim it once he gets there because I for him to have to fight Pereira.
Yes.
Lose that in his record.
Right. Run into a left hook from hell. Yeah, I mean, the rumor is that Pereira is moving to heavyweight to fight John Jones at the White House, but that's another story. But yeah, we can start at the prelims. I just wanted to give Luke Fernandez a shout out and a welcome to the UFC. Hopefully,
Fernandez is definitely someone to look out for.
yes, to Luke L4, he said, get out of here, Dave. We'll be right back after these messages because Dave cannot stop with the dad jokes. That's funny. That was funny. I'll give you that. All right. Well, first up in the prelims, we got Cody Durden versus, forgive me if I say this wrong.
You already said Cody wrong. You said Cody Durden.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cody Garbrandt. Oh, you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm starting from the bottom. Yeah. Top and bottom. Come on, man. We're sandwiching Cody's here.
See that.
Cody Durden
Cody Durden
versus. I know, because you were saying you saw him at a local event recently, right? Not too long ago. Georgia boy. Come on the podcast, Cody. We'd love to have you. He's fighting Niam Jargal Tuman Dembarel. Good luck to the announcers when he comes onto the octagon. Tuman Dembarel. That's a lot of syllables.
Bruce Buffer writes him out phonetically on his card, so he's like,
yeah,
he'll be able to do it.
He'll do it. Yeah, I mean Bruce is a legend. He'll.
Bruce announcing the prelims, then we'll be able to hear this guy's name pronounced correctly.
Yes, we'll be all right. Can you imagine Bruce screaming Niam Jargal? Tumendambara.
Yeah, that sounds more like it. I think you.
Yeah, this guy's 901, and he has a difficult name to pronounce. So we're gonna. He's Mongolian. They don't play.
His name is the Art of Knockout.
The Art of Knockout. I mean, what else do you need to hear? I mean, the guy's a flyweight who can knock people out. That is a beast. But we love Cody. Of course, we don't want to root against him, but realistically, I think, and he has Niam Jargal has a 71 reach to Cody's 67. So I could see a knockout being on the horizon in this fight.
Look out, Cody.
Look out for that knockout power, man. Um. So yeah, I'm going Niam Jargal by finish. Yep. And then we got Ricky Tercios versus Albert Montes. I like Tercios too. I like Tercios.
He's a character, that guy.
Because
Montez is 11-1.
yeah,
Okay.
Montes looks like a beast. Where is like what's he
He's
done?
a couple inches in reach, though. Tercios might be able to piece him up.
Yeah, I could see that being the case. A little a 3 round fight. But we also don't know much about Alberto Montes, like in the UFC. I don't think he's fought in the UFC before, has he?
Let's see.
No,
Have his record here.
he hasn't. Sherdog has him at 11-1 with 1 KO, TKO, 6 submissions, and 4 decisions. Okay, he's a Dana White Contender Series alum.
Fighting out of Spain.
Right. That's where Ilya's from. Honestly, I could see Alberto winning it because Ricky's been in the UFC for a long time, and it looks like one of those things where a new contender is coming into the UFC and they want to kind of build a name for him. So they're going to give him one of the regular veterans. Who's 2-0?
No, that's amateur. Why is it showing me an amateur record?
He's 11-1. Yeah, he hasn't lost a lot. Cool. So I'm going Montez, honestly.
It sounds like the name sounds like a villain from a movie. Like,
He does, huh?
watch out for Alberto Montez. He's gonna hit you with that right.
Alberto Montes.
My name is Alberto Montez.
You killed my father.
That's a whole other movie.
Yes, it is. Right. All right. Next up, we got,
We need to get Andre the Giant.
Dante Johnson versus Cody Brundage. Ooh, Dante Johnson is undefeated. What has he been up to? Is he also new to the UFC? Honestly, it feels like one of those things where I'm like, who are you people? Where do you come from?
Who are these people?
Okay, he's a Dana White alum too, and both his wins are by finish. He doesn't mess around. He goes in there to finish.
His name, Joe.
Lockjaw, which is also what happens when you have too many stimulants in your system.
Yes.
Cody Brundage. I mean, Cody's a UFC veteran. He's been around for quite some time now, and he kind of has a mixed record. What is he known for? What's his advantage? His last fight was a loss, a KO loss to Cam Rouston. Before that was a decision loss to Eric McConico, and then before that was a draw, which was overturned, and then before that he got a KO win over Julian Marquez. But Dante's undefeated.
So you're picking two. Who are up and coming?
Mm-hmm.
Defeated.
Yeah. Or lost. All right, screw it. Dante, give it to me. Cody Garbrandt and Long Zhao.
Okay. I like Cody, but this Chinese dude's got a 4.5-inch reach advantage on it. So
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna be a problem.
They don't call him Long Zhao for nothing. All right. See, now I'm doing it. Now you got me making dad jokes. And his last win or his last fight was against Yuso Young, and he lost the decision. Okay.
Cody's not so old. He's only 34. He's
Yeah.
still
He can still bang, right?
still a contender.
Yeah.
He can show us surprise on TV. Like, what do you think?
I think so too. We gotta look at some of these odds because if the odd makers have him as an underdog, he might have a point to prove. And I'm gonna go with Cody. This might be like nostalgia factor too, but I just want to see him win.
Yeah, I'd like to see Cody No Love Garbrandt get some love.
Come on, man. You deserve some love. All right, on to the main card. Oh, now we got the big boys on the screen. We got Gregory Rodriguez versus Bruno Ferreira. Ferreira. Both are knockout artists. Both are Brazilian, right? Bruno's Brazilian, right?
Rodriguez has a 3-inch reach advantage.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because Bruno is 5'8". Gregory Rodriguez is 6'2".
Yeah.
How's this dude? Bruno must have some long arms. He's got to reach even though he's shorter.
Well, that's the
So
thing.
watch out for the takedown.
Yeah, and also Bruno's compact. Like he's built like a ninja turtle. Gregory clearly is a taller, longer fighter who he also has knockout power. But I will also say Gregory has been knocked out, and he kind of has a glass chin sometimes because I've seen him get knocked out off of one punch, you know. And I think the last time he got knocked out was against Jared Cannonier. Yeah, Jared Cannonier knocked him out. And then before that, he got knocked out by somebody else knocked him out, I feel like.
Bruno by ground and pound. That's what I'm saying.
Shit.
I'm saying Gregory throws a punch or something.
Yeah.
Ferreira takes him down and just beats him up.
And beats him up on the ground. I could see that.
Like you said, he's dense. It's gonna be hard to get him off you once he's on TV.
Yeah, Bruno's yeah. Yeah. And he's got some power too.
I think it's gonna come down to submission skills here in this one.
I could see that.
Maybe ground and pound, maybe submission, but I think he's gonna get him down. Like he's gonna
Yeah.
get some grappling.
I could
It's
see
not
that.
just gonna be stand and bang because when a guy's got a 4.5-inch reach advantage on you and he's that much taller, I don't think you want to stand.
Right. You're not gonna be able to reach him as much. Yeah.
Land unless you grapple, try to take him down,
Yeah.
get him up against the fence, get him worried about the takedown.
Yeah. I could see that. I could definitely see that. And
It's not get him concerned.
get him thinking about it.
While he's lowering his guard.
I can totally see that actually. And I don't Gregory Rodriguez, he hasn't been submitted in the past as far as I know.
It's the first time for everything.
This is true.
You
This
got
is
a guy
true.
that's that short and just compare. It's not that he's short. He's 5'8". He's average height for a dude,
Yeah.
probably, but like he's compact and full of muscle. And when you get a guy like that who wants to take you down, and he's gonna be a world class grappler.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a problem.
This is a problem for sure. And Bruno is kind of on the way up, whereas Gregory kind of has reached that like that the height. And they gave him Jared Cannonier to see if he could keep climbing up the rankings, and Jared knocked him out. Whereas Bruno, I don't know the last time he lost. Because he beat Jackson McVeigh, he beat Marvin Vittori. I mean, he beat Marvin Vittori.
Beat.
That's a former title challenger. Oh, he did get submitted by Abu Magomedov way back when, Abu Magomedov a few years ago. But then ever since then, he's been knocking people out left and right, you know? And as a matter of fact, Bruno and Gregory fought. I knew this looked familiar because Bruno and Gregory fought 3 years ago, almost to the day. Well, not to the day, but they fought January of 2023, and Bruno knocked out Gregory Rodriguez. You're looking at it, right? So I could see a repeat of what happened 3 years ago. I can also see Gregory coming back with a vengeance, trying to avenge that loss. But I think the same thing is going to happen. I think Bruno is going to knock out Gregory because not much has changed as far as their fighting styles. And you're looking up
I want to see what happened when they first fought.
I think he just slumped him. From what I remember, it was up against the cage, and oh no, Bruno was up against the cage, and Gregory was up. Yeah, yep, he was attacking him, and then it was a counter. Gregory thought he had the best of him. He comes in, and then it wasn't even like a hard shot one time. Yep. Yeah, and he sits him down. I remember that clearly. Yeah. And that was all she wrote.
Yeah.
Yep. And we got to put that up when well, I don't know if we can with the copyrights and everything, but
I think it might be more of the same.
yeah, I think so too.
Rinse and repeat.
All right, so we agree on Bruno, which brings us to Drew Dober, Michael Johnson. Michael Johnson, the most 50-50 fighter of all time. He could either win spectacularly or get knocked out in the most goofy manner possible.
Yeah.
This is the same guy who beat Dustin Poirier and then fought like he's fought everybody. He's fought Khabib,
Khabib said it was his
right? He fought. Let's see who else he's fought.
said
Mark
Mike.
Chikadze, Jamie Malarkey. Like he beat Dustin Poirier and lost to Jamie Malarkey. Like
That's
that
some malarkey.
that is some malarkey. He fought Clay Guida, Thiago Moises. He fought Josh Emmett. Literally fought everybody. Andre Feely, Darren Elkins, Artem Lobov, the greatest fighter of all time. He fought Justin Gaethje. Yes, Habib. Destin. I mean, he's fought everybody, and he's been in the UFC since 2010. So this is year number 16 for him in the UFC. Um, that being said, Drew Dober has also been around for a while, and he's America's favorite chin.
Oh yeah.
Um, Hard to knock out
And he's got
Drew
a chin
Dober.
on him.
Yeah, you know he is. I don't know, man. I think Drew Dober will get this one done simply because as time has gone on, Michael Johnson has shown to be more likely to get knocked out more so than Drew Dober. But anything can happen.
So you
What do
think
you
it
think?
might be a finish?
I could see it being a finish. I could because Drew Dober has power and he always swings heavy. He always swings to knock somebody out. It's not like a pitter patter with like the Sean Strickland type. It's always like power, power, power. So if something connects, I could see him finishing Michael Johnson.
Which round would that be in? Because I think if it goes to a later round, like if it goes
Yeah,
to a third round, it'll probably go to a decision. Because Dobro will be tired from throwing bombs.
that's fair.
Michael Johnson will be tired from getting hit by those bombs.
That's fair. I could see
And
that.
grappling.
I could see that.
That's what I think.
I
But
can see Dover by decision. I think a second round stoppage could be possible. I think the first round it could soften him up and land something in the second that could end the fight. Um, so if we go to decision, I mean, it could still be Dover, but I think it's more likely for him to get the finish. Um, that being said, we got three more fights: Raul Rosas Jr. and Rob Font. That's a good one.
yeah, Font is always good for a fight. Whether he wins or lose, he's gonna give you a good show.
Yes, that he's a crisp boxer. He comes to bang.
Raul Rosas Jr. He's when he gasses up, he gasses up. I don't think he's gonna gas up.
I don't think so either, honestly. I think
3 years ago when he gassed up,
yes, yes,
I don't think that's happening. He's been working on that. He's been in the gym.
yes. I think we're gonna see a more mature version of Raul Rosas Jr. I think we're gonna see a more motivated version.
He has matured to the ripe old age of 21.
Right. He's still so young. He's still only 21, huh? Yeah. I mean, that's a 16, a 17-year age difference between the two of them. Yeah.
With that old man strength.
That's what I'm excited to see because Raul Rosas Jr. is nowhere near his prime. He's got so much work to do before he can become his finest form or his best peak physical form.
And you talk about it with a 4.5-inch reach advantage.
Right.
Rob Font.
Rafon got that.
Distance.
Keep popping him.
And watch out because it's coming.
That's what I think is going to happen because Raul Rosas is a maestro on the ground, and I could see a submission happening. I mean, Rob Font, we've seen him get in trouble on the ground. And I could definitely see that. Was that when he fought Sandhagen? When Sandhagen broke his arm and took him down? I think that was that fight, if I'm not mistaken. But I don't know. I'm leaning towards Raul Rosas Jr. just because I think he has more ways to win, and he's hungrier
Yeah,
to
he's
prove a point.
faster.
Yeah,
I don't know that he's necessarily stronger,
right,
but he'll close that distance and he'll take him down and
right.
impose his will.
On him, yeah.
That's what he's gonna do.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Raul Rosas Jr. too.
But if
Um,
Font can keep it steady,
yeah,
then he can keep it interesting.
I mean, this Font has some of the best boxing in that division, and I could see him piecing up Raul on the feet, which would force Raul to bring the fight down and try to get a submission win.
Let's see. He's only lost once by submission, though.
Raw Font,
Yeah.
right?
9 losses. 8 of them have been by decision, 1 by submission.
Not easy to submit, huh?
Never been knocked out either.
Boy doesn't get finished.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
So if Rosas can get it done, uh, that's going to be a feat. He'll join some elite company there with that one submission.
I could see that though. I could definitely see that because
Pedro Munoz.
Pedrito finish it.
Oh yeah, second person to finish, second person to submit round one. If he can get a finish, he'll be the second person to finish him.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, I don't know if what's his name, Rosas Jr. can win by points against Rob. Because Rob is a scrappy motherfucker. He doesn't go away easily.
It's hard to keep down.
Yeah.
He'll get up, but Raul Rosas Jr. is keen on taking him back down.
Yeah, and I think that's what's going to come down to. I think it's one of those things where the old dog gets fed to a up and comer, and the UFC clearly want to build a name for Raul Rosas, and I can see this happening. I can see this being his time to start getting those wins. Because who's above Rob in the rankings? Because once he beats Rob, he's going to be looking at top 5, right? Or at least, actually, I take that back. Rob is number 13 right now. So if he beats number 13, he becomes number 13. They could match him up with somebody like a Peyton Talbot. They could match him up with somebody like a David Martinez, Mario Bautista.
That would be a good fight for him.
Yes. I think that'd be a great fight. I think Peyton would win it, but
After Raul Rosas Jr. lost, he came back with a TKO over Terrence Mitchell, and then he submitted Ricky Tercios. And he's got 2 decisions since then.
you talking about Raul Rosas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So after he lost, he came back with a vengeance.
Yeah.
He's hungry. He's young. I'd say he's gonna win this fight.
I think so too. I think it's his time. Cool. All right, co-main event of the evening. We got Caio Bohayo versus Rainier Derrider.
Five nerds versus one FC.
Yep. Brazil versus Netherlands. We got a Dutch oven versus a Brazilian body butt lift.
The Dutch knife versus the natural.
Absolutely. I mean, let's talk about RDR because he came in with a lot of hype, and we all thought he was the next big thing. He beat the mess out of what's his name? Oh boy, the wrestler Bo Nickel. He beat the yeah, he beat him
We
up.
watched that fight last night.
You watched that fight last night?
Yeah, it was on like
Oh,
just a stream thing that I got going.
I got you.
It just happened to be on. I was like, man, Bo Nickel is getting wore out this fight.
Yeah, man. I mean, it was he got a little bit exposed. He saw that there's levels to this, and I'm sure he'll come back. I mean, he's already won since then, right?
Yeah.
But RDR, he's coming off that loss against Brandon Allen, which was kind of an unexpected loss because Brandon Allen stepped in last minute, if I remember correctly. And he kind of stole that win away from him and stole the momentum that he had going into the fight. Because everybody was saying if RDR won that fight, it was he was going to fight for the title next, or at least be in a position to fight for the title next. So now RDR has to kind of build that momentum back up.
Yeah, built up some good wins. He beat Gerald Mearshart,
Mhm.
Kevin Holland, and Bo Nickel, Robert Whitaker, and then Brendan Allen played spoiler there. And like you said, he was on a run.
Yeah.
He was poised for a title shot.
Yeah, absolutely was. And a lot of people said the Robert Whitaker fight was too close, and Rob may have even won it. Yeah, it was a split decision, but you know, at the end of the day, it wasn't the win column for RDR, and he was on his way to fight for the title. So now he has to kind of recalibrate and pick it up. The good thing is Kyle Bohio is also coming off a decision loss. Um, and he also needs this win because he lost to Nasruddin Imavov, and they're saying Nasruddin is up next for the title, which Sean Strickland beat Imavov, and Sean Strickland also just won against Fluffy. So now you have an argument for Sean Strickland to be next for Hamzat as opposed to Imavov. And I think that should be the case. I think Strickland should fight for the title next, not Imavov. Because his win was more decisive, and he has a win over Imavov. So it makes more, and he's more exciting. He's a shit talker. The Imavov, he speaks French. Nobody knows what he's saying, except French people. All due respect, but like a Strickland Hamza, can you imagine the shit talking? Hamza is like, brother, I'll kill you. And Sean Strickland's like, listen to this Chechen whore.
Yeah, if Hamza makes weight, which
He'll make weight.
I don't think he has a problem at 185.
Yeah, he'll make weight. He'll make weight. I mean,
but these guys could get into it at the press conference. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. It would be a very exciting build up.
there's gonna be bad blood leading up to that one.
So much bad blood.
Than Imavov, like you said.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, sure.
More compelling fight, and he's got a claim to it because he's already beaten that guy.
Yeah, bro. It's like,
so it's like, now you wait your turn.
Title. Yeah, like cool, you won against Bohio and you won a decision, but the guy Sean Strickland beat you, so like he deserves the next title shot, and he's a former champion.
Right, former champion. He's working his way back up. Give it to him.
Yeah, Sean Strickland for the title. Sean Maynard, what's his name? Sean Shelby McMaynard. Make it happen, guys. We know you. You know we know you be in our comments. Once you've done all the million things on your schedule, you'll be watching the Cut and Loose Fight Nice podcast. And you should like and subscribe. And
Shelby do.
Yeah, I don't know, man, but for this,
should also like and subscribe.
For the co-main event, I'm leaning towards Caio Borraio. What do you think?
I like to fight nerds.
Yeah.
RDR, what do you think? He's more of a striker?
I mean, he's known for his jiu-jitsu, but he's good kicks. He has good knees. He's long.
Then I think it could go either way, man. RDR's got a 3-inch reach advantage. If he keeps standing, then that's a problem.
Yeah.
3 inches doesn't seem like much, but when you're getting punched in the face,
that makes a difference.
Yeah, it does make a difference.
Mm-hmm. Sure does. Trust me, 3 inches makes a difference.
I'll take your word for
it. I knew that was coming. That's a penis joke, everybody. I think Kaio is just like the hungrier fighter out of the two. Also, I think he's on a collision course with Hamzat. I think that he wants to represent the fighting nerd, and he's younger too. I want to say, right? Yeah, he's a couple years younger. Yeah, and RDR is, he's done it all. He's won championships at one. And I don't know, something about RDR where I've seen him quit on himself in fights. Yeah. Whereas I see Kaio kind of having that dog in him, and he can push through those moments. And
looking like he was going to lose a fight and then come out.
Yeah, and something about that fighting nerd spirit, I think, is gonna carry him forward in that fight. So yeah, that's my take on that.
I tend to agree with you on that. I'd say that's a good take.
All right, so we agree, Kaio by decision. Is that airplane? Yeah, I hear stuff over our head.
Yeah, that's
it has begun as crazy. Don't do that. Ain't nobody. The moment they enter American airspace is World War III. Oh, that's not even. To be fair, where we are recording is very close to an Air Force base.
They're testing.
So they're probably doing some kind of military drills or testing jets. Yeah. So nothing to worry about unless you hear five, four, three. All right, which brings us to the main event. We got Max Holloway fighting Charles Oliveira. Max blessed Holloway, the pride of Hawaii, the baddest MFer on the planet, putting up his BMF belt, which is a made up belt, as all belts are, to be honest. Um, against Charles Du Bronx Oliveira.
If you ask me, I think the BMF title should have gone over to Ilya after he got that KO. But they wasn't for that belt. Like you said, that belt was made up, so they weren't fighting for that one.
That's fair. That's fair. They
It's
yeah,
hard, it's hard to
because
put on the belt that says baddest motherfucker after somebody else knocked you out.
right.
I wouldn't do that, but they didn't ask me to. I'm not Max Holloway.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just a fan. But I get the logic of it. It's also like that belt was not up for contest when he and Ilya fought. They fought for the undisputed. But he did knock out the guy who was holding the belt.
The belt wasn't on the line, but the title, I feel like,
Person, yeah, represents the title.
whether that title was on the line
Right.
to call yourself baddest motherfucker that got knocked out.
I think the dude who knocked you out should get the baddest motherfucker title.
When he holds the belt, he's he is the people's baddest motherfucker. If you want to call it that,
That's fair.
because he won decisively.
He did. No, I'll give you that. He did win it decisively, and it's also like
I mean, if Justin Gaethje got to be knocked out, like, he's still the baddest motherfucker.
you got knocked out, buddy. Yeah, yeah. It's all technicalities, and who knows how these things are gonna go. But um, technically, you're right. Ilya is the lineal BMF champion. But if we want to get real technical, the belt was not on the line, so he was not considered for it. Exactly. But now it is. Now the belt is on the line, and we're about to find out. And truly, these are two of the baddest motherfuckers on the planet. I mean, if you look at the way Charles fights, he comes forward to knock your head off. Sometimes he succeeds, and sometimes he gets knocked out in the first round. Max Holloway, same thing. He holds the record for, I think, significant strikes landed in one match, one round, or something like that.
And Oliveira holds the record for most fights in the UFC.
Yeah, most submissions too, if I'm not mistaken. I think he holds. No, Jim Miller holds the record for most fights. Most submissions is Charles Oliveira. Yeah, and that's where that's where I think Charles has the edge in this fight is the ground game. Obviously, he has incredible jiu-jitsu. His finishing instincts are top notch.
He holds the record for most finishes in the UFC. That's what I misspoke.
Yeah, I got you. That makes sense too, because he's knocked people out too.
More people submitted and knocked people out more than anyone in the UFC.
I think the day I really became a Charles fan was when he finished Michael Chandler in the second round after Chandler almost finished him in the first.
Jim Miller's got more fights. Jim Miller got 46 fights
Hello.
in the UFC.
Jim Miller has been around since kindergarten.
And Charles Oliveira has 21 finishes.
That's insane to me, bro.
Oliveira is number 6 on the list for most fights in the UFC. He's had 36 fights in the UFC, and 21 of those were finished by Charles Oliveira.
That is so wild to me that just that stat. Because like to be around that long, to have that kind of longevity in a sport like MMA, in a promotion like the UFC,
Oh, yeah. He's going up against the best of the best.
every
And
time.
he's prevailing
Yeah.
more often than not. And finishing guys, not just getting his hand raised, but the refs pulling him off of these guys.
Right.
Say, hey man, he's had enough.
He's fighting with intent, he's fighting to finish fights. And that's yeah, so I mean, let's look through the ways to win. Max Holloway, great boxing, great heart, iron chin. Ilya was the first person to knock him out. Um, but before or since, he's not been finished, and he is the baddest motherfucker on for a reason. You know, he holds that title for a reason. Charles Oliveira, again, kill or be killed kind of fighter. He tends to get finished when he loses. And he tends to win by finish as well. It's the reason why he has the most finishes in the UFC. Um,
Okay, but
Great jiu-jitsu.
Oliveira's got the most finishes in UFC.
Mhm.
Max Holloway has only lost 8 times. 6 of those went to decision. He's only been finished.
Right, so he's incredibly difficult to finish. Yes. What did he get submitted? What was the other finish? Who?
You gotta go way down the line. It was Dustin Poirier.
Oh, was that an arm triangle early in his career? I remember that. That was like their first fight. Yes, the triangle armbar, very early in his career.
That was 14 years ago.
Yeah, he was a wee bit lad. Yeah.
Featherweight debut. It's been a long time.
A long time without you, my friend. I don't know, man. I think I see Max finishing the fight. I see Max winning. And I love Oliveira. I don't like to bet against him. I just don't see. And he's coming off a knockout, right? Has Charles won since the knockout?
No, that knockout was devastating.
No, that was a crazy knockout. I mean, it's one of those because, like,
He beat Gambit.
Gamrot. That's what it was. Yeah, I knew he had won something after the knockout, and
Committed Gamrot after getting knocked out.
that's right.
That was 3 or 4 months after that.
Yeah, and that was in Brazil, if I'm not mistaken, right? Because it was supposed to be him versus Fiziev, and Fiziev pulled out.
Yeah.
Um, so I don't know, bro. It's hard to say. But I think when I look at the ways to win, I think Max is going to get it done. And they have fought. This is a rematch. The first time they fought, Max lost or Max won, and Charles like threw out his shoulder or something. It was like an injury loss. So it is a rematch, and yeah, I think Max is gonna get it done again, man. I really do. What do you think?
I think it's gonna be a good fight.
That's my prediction too.
I think whoever wins this match, it's symbolic. Both of these guys have been knocked out by Taporia. So to call them BMFs, it's crazy to me.
These are Ilya's children.
These are Ilias kids in this fight. Although he's younger than both of them. I think, man, it's gonna be a tough contest for either one of them.
Yes.
Both these guys are killers. They're in the main event for a reason. They're fighting for the BMF baddest motherfucker symbolic title for a reason. I don't know, man. This was hard to call.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I'm looking at their
Only one person has submitted Max Holloway before,
yeah.
and
No.
that's Poirier
Yeah, and when he was a baby.
14 years ago.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna stick with my pick and say Max retain. Well, now I'm thinking about it. I'm like, I could see. What are the odds saying? I could see Oliveira finishing the fight, as hard as it is.
Yeah.
I could see the fight going to the ground and Oliveira sneaking a submission in there. Let's look at the odds. It's been a long. Let's see events upcoming. Oh, they don't even have the odds up. What? Where can I find the odds?
So the only person to ever submit Max Holloway is the guy that Max Holloway beat in his last fight. 14 years. Well, he submitted him 14 years ago, and he beat him last year. So Max Holloway beat Dustin Poirier. That was the end of Dustin Poirier's career. He retired.
Mhm. Oh yeah.
What happens if What happens if Oliveira loses? Do you think he's done?
I don't know. I mean, he's done everything. I don't see what else is left.
He's still a contender for a championship if he loses,
Yeah,
and if not, what's he fighting for?
right. What else is left? I mean, 67% on Poly Market that Max Holloway is going to win. Charles Oliveira, 34% odds of winning. Which makes me want to pick him just because he's such a big underdog in this fight.
He's still big for the weight class. Every time he cuts weight, it looks like it takes a huge toll on him.
Yeah, yeah, it does. You're absolutely right about that. Um,
Where he's cutting weight and everybody's around him, he's
praying.
praying.
Yeah, I've seen those videos. It's not, man. The weight cut does. I mean, also the older you get, the harder it becomes. So I don't know. Give me Max. He's the younger fighter. He's still in the peak of his career, and I can see him getting it done by even by finish. Honestly,
Yeah,
yeah,
I could see him doing a repeat of what Ilya did. See Charles Oliveira laying on the ground looking up at the lights,
yeah. Wondering what happened.
just looking at anything. His eyes are
There's nobody there.
rolled back in his head. He wasn't there.
Yeah,
He took a vacation. I
yeah.
could see that happen again.
Same, honestly.
Mac always got hands, and even if he's winning the fight, he'll give you a chance to win in the last 10 seconds.
Mhm.
Let's go right here.
Did you see that fighter who tried to do that and got knocked out? Did I send that to you? Some fighter tried to do the Max Holloway and told his opponent right here, and he first shot the opponent lands, just knocks him out.
Left hook or something.
Yeah, it's just so funny. But
Everybody can't be the BMF.
you really can't. You know what I mean? You got to know who you are. Um,
Not everybody's Max Holloway.
everybody's Max Holloway, man. Not everybody's Max Holloway.
Tony Ferguson
Um,
was close though. I mean,
yeah,
somebody told Max Holloway, "Hey, you know who you look like? Tony Ferguson." He's like, "Nah, I look like Max Holloway." And the guy's like, "Yeah, a little bit. You look more like Tony Ferguson." So nobody else can be Max Holloway.
that's their yeah. Their tattoos look similar. Their back tattoos. They both got wings on their back. Um,
Who said that Max Holloway looked like Tony Ferguson might have been under the influence of something.
all right.
They don't look that much alike.
At all. They do not look anything alike. All right, everybody. This has been our preview show for UFC 326. Dave, any last words before we say goodbye to the people?
Watch out, Cody.
Watch out, Cody. All right, well, that's been real. We'll be back for the next pay-per-view, and it's very exciting one. 327, Yuri Prohaska versus Carlos Ulberg in the main event. And we got Joshua Van defending his title against, I believe, Tatsuro Taira, right?
I believe you are right.
Yeah, look up 327 because it's in Miami, if I'm not mistaken.
That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah. So we'll be back for that pay-per-view, guys. It's been a pleasure talking to y'all. Make sure you like and subscribe. Leave a nice comment. Those things go a long way. And thank y'all so much for being a part of the Cut and Loose family. And we are out.